I got several button-up shirts for Christmas.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Uh-huh.
That's exciting.
Yeah. I want to look better on camera. That's one of the things. I want to look better. I want to look better for Game Attack. I want to look more presentable for Sean Bolin over there in his nice Colorado Avalanche T-shirt. You look good today, buddy.
Given to me by a G1.
That's right, evil little Jawa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We had a crap ton of presents sent to us this year. It was amazing.
Yeah, it really was.
What did you guys all get?
Well, so Mushi. Mushi sent us.
I saw her card.
Oh yeah,
a
beautiful handwritten card. She has the nicest handwriting I think I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Wonderful. She also sent us a bunch of yummy vegan-friendly snacks with the Swedish fish as well as some other gummies.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And Evil Little Jawa sent us some stuff, and he sent us all. He works at the Pepsi Center up in Denver, so he sent us a bunch of T-shirts.
Cool.
For the Avalanche and the other teams that play the Nuggets and things like that.
They're soft, good jammies for Chelsea.
Hell yeah! And we had Dr. Naughty, which was probably the best gift. Sent us the drum kit with the sole intention of you just annoying me with it. Okay, here he goes.
There's no better place than annoying.
Yeah.
No better place. There's no better place.
So this is our last show of 2017, obviously.
Ooh.
There it is. There's the mini drum kit. And not only are you going to annoy me today, but also all the G1s listening.
It's funny because I have. Oh wow! Look at that. That's cool. It's funny because I actually have experience playing drums.
Cool.
Actually,
do me a favor and move that. Okay, so you're actually gonna move the microphone right on it. All right,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
better. Okay, cool. Let's see a little sample of.
What do you want to hear? That's the question. What song do you want to
Little
hear?
drummer boy.
Little drummer here?
Yeah.
Boy?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I can't stand this.
Okay.
Song.
Okay.
No, you don't like this song?
I'll talk about it afterwards.
You don't even have the microphone face down it. That's the worst part about it.
Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum
It just broke it.
bum 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 bum. All right, I'll take 2 more requests and then I'll go and then I'll show you my freestyle solo.
No, I'd rather just skip to that.
No. One more song. What do you want to hear?
No, I'd really just rather skip to this solo.
Okay. Ready?
You're a horrible negotiator. You are an animal. Way to go, dude.
You got some work.
You look like you're so proud of yourself right now.
I am proud.
So
I
proud
am
of
proud.
myself.
It is still intact. It just I actually got that particular set. I asked him for that one because it explodes when your skill level is too high.
Oh yeah,
I
that's cool.
see.
For
Thank
the
you for
set.
that, Dr. Naughty. Appreciate that. As you can see, there's 3 of us this week here on Tryhard episode 63. So this is a big deal this week because number one, it's our last show leading up to the first show of 2018.
Okay.
And as we go to 2018, I have a resolution for us here on Game
A
Attack.
resolution?
Yes, a resolution. That's right?
I'm just
Yeah.
fucking with you. Like,
I want to up our quality content, which is one of the things that we are doing starting next week.
the quality of our content.
Yes.
Their content quality.
Yeah, I want everything to look better and sound prettier and look better. More
Uh-huh.
than anything, look better, right? So you notice like Tryhard right now, it's a simple 1-camera shoot, but it wasn't always a 1-camera shoot. We have invested in a little mixer board, and it's going to allow us to.
It's a bad bitch. It looks pretty cool.
It is
over
a
there.
bad bitch over there. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, the quality's really nice.
Yeah.
Can't see it yet, but you will.
Yeah, so this is the last 1-camera shoot you're going to see here on Tryhard, hopefully. And so Chase is getting that all set up right now, and hopefully by next week you'll have a wonderful 3-camera shoot. We'll be back at it, and it'll be fun. So, and then we're going to be able to do extra stuff during live streams and stuff, hopefully, and it'll be like what we had when we had the $10,000 TriCaster thing.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called, TriCaster?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, TriCaster Mini. Yeah, we had like a $10,000 piece of equipment, and then Rooster Teeth took it to put in the back room, which is like, did you see it when we went down there for Tuesday night game fights?
Yeah.
And it was like just sitting in the back corner.
Well, I mean, like they use it for like
It was like holding up some pizza.
No. I mean, like they have a full control room.
Yeah.
And like they did use it for I know they used it for the Malibu house thing that they did.
Oh, did
so,
they?
Okay,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
good.
That's what they used.
Good,
that was
good.
that was what they used for that event.
Good. That's good.
So I think they're probably using it for what it is. It's like the mobile version.
Good.
But
That's great.
It did get used.
Excellent.
So
I was like,
Hope
but
so.
it's so good. It's so good. It's so
you
good.
thought
Please
we were there, and it really was like holding up stuff.
Yeah.
And like they just set stuff on top of it, and we were just like, we could just. It's just right there
right
because
there,
it's like a box. It's like a mini PC.
It's like 6 inches wide and 8 inches tall. You
Yeah.
just go yoink.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, so we have some resolutions this year. Number one, we want to up our quality.
Mm-hmm.
So when you guys look at us, we don't look like we're in a gray fog like we do now. You're going to see that starting next week, which is great. So thank you very much for supporting us and allowing us to do that. Number two, we want to better our relationship with Rooster Teeth, and we've talked about how some of our shows we have 2 new shows we're going to be making in 2018. And
Starting out.
yeah. And one of them is just called Letters, Open Letters, where we write open letters to things or things that we love, things we don't love, things that we're sarcastic about, whatever. And one of them is going to be to Rooster Teeth and the Let's Play family. I'll tell you that right now.
One of
And
them's going to be to Hideo Kojima.
one of them's going to be to Super Mario Odyssey. There's the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
So what's up?
Cool.
All released on the same day. Just so you
Yes.
know. But yeah, I really want to improve. Like, I don't know. I want the letter to speak more than this, but I do think that I want to let everybody know that we need to do a better job, and we recognize that, and we're going to do a better job because we care, and we care dramatically.
Yeah.
So, anyways, by the way, this episode of the Try Hard Podcast is brought to you by Bespoke Post, our friends over there, as well as a new sponsor this week, Uber.
I wish I would have known it was bespoke. I took the bag home.
Well, we can talk
You
about it here in just a
fool.
little
I
bit.
took it home.
It's
Damn.
wonderful. So, did you guys get any good Christmas gifts?
I got a nice little money clip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any money to put in it?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah. What else did you get?
Oh, that was about it. We kept it pretty simple for the adults this year.
One more time.
Yeah.
That was about it. We kept it pretty simple for the adults this year. We just kind of.
Focus on in watching the kids open the presents. And
Yeah, yeah.
enjoying
that
it.
was legitimately like just one giant word that you
I know.
said.
I mumbled really, really bad.
It's
just
not a matter
then.
of mumbling. It was just,
Yeah.
John thinks very fast.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, my brother and his wife and child came down, and we just kind of got gifts for the child.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little car that like you wind it up and then goes and like it flips over. It's a stunt car.
That's pretty
Figured it would
awesome.
be appropriate gift for me
Yeah.
because he's at the age where he likes wheels and cars and stuff. But
How old is the kid?
he's like 14 months right now. So.
It's like an appropriate gift for like a 14-year-old.
Well, no, it's like a little like it's packaging is made for like toddlers.
Oh, so it is like it's okay. It's not like
You pull it back and then it goes forward.
Okay,
and
okay.
a little switch on the bottom hits the ground and makes a flip.
Okay. So it's not like extreme stunt car.
No,
So
not at all.
Okay.
This kid's
It's
gonna
like
grow up thinking that all cars crash.
This is the only one that does it. I didn't want to get just like a boring.
I don't
car.
know, but just the word stunt car, I was thinking of
What's
like
it called?
okay, but it looks like I don't know. It looks like you know how Duplo Legos look. It looks
yeah.
like it's
Big and clunky.
It's all around. It's like fits in the my hand.
so, but it's something he can grab onto.
Yeah.
and just be like, oh,
And I enjoyed playing with it as well. 'cause
oh. What's that?
I enjoyed playing with it as well because it did flips.
Nice.
But I wanted to get him swords, because I'm that uncle.
I'm sorry. Let's just take a step back.
Like a
real
toy
quick.
sword, of course.
Yeah.
What kind of toy
I'm
sword?
sorry. How old is he?
He's like 14.
Yeah,
months.
14 months. And you
What?
want to get the kid who can hardly walk.
Well, he can walk really well. He can climb. He climbed the stairs like all
Yeah, but kids
weekend.
kids
He
can't
climbed the stairs all weekend.
couldn't
This
keep
kid
him
is
away from the-
dangerous.
So let's
let's-
keep him away from the stairs.
Okay.
So let's give
favorite
the kid a
thing.
fucking projectile or something that he can stab himself with.
No, it's not a
I was gonna get him
projectile.
like what sword is a projectile?
When you throw it, it becomes a projectile.
All right, fair enough. He can he's still learning to throw. I was trying to teach him how to throw a ball for our dog Frankie. He's slowly getting it.
So what's he gonna do with a sword? Like you can't throw a fucking ball. Like
It's a great time to start learning.
It is a good time to start learning.
But my brother and his wife were like, maybe not yet. I was like, cool. Well, next Christmas, I'm getting him some swords.
Yeah, that's more like it. About like
Yeah.
maybe when he's 26 months or whatever in 2 years. That's
Yeah.
more like it. That's
Well,
good.
just next year, I'll get him some fun
Man,
swords.
I hope you have a kid one day. I do.
Someday, I'm gonna raise him with kung fu and all sorts of
I
crazy.
hope you do.
Yeah, I
And I
will.
hope when he's 8 months, he'd be like, here's a ninja throwing star.
Yeah.
Man, you know what makes me not want to have kids?
What's that?
Christmas.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I just watch I just watch Chelsea's cousins' kids the whole time. I'm like, oh, cool, kids, and I've got my fix, and I'm all done.
Well, I don't. No, what? Go back.
Well, like it's like you have the urge to have kids, and you go, and then you get there, and like all of Chelsea's got these 3 cousins that each have like 2 kids apiece, and they're all really young. They're running around and screaming and having a good time, and it's like, oh, that's so pleasant. And then like by the end of the day, it's like, oh, can't wait to go home and not experience that anymore.
Well, see, you are what we call in the world of life an uncle, and as an uncle, you have the opportunity to experience the good and then throw them back at the parents at the end of the day.
Exactly.
And say,
That's
you take them.
that's a perfect situation.
Yeah. And in theory, it sounds that way, right? But then you miss out on the other fun stuff that as an uncle you don't get to see. And you don't like. For you kids right now, as an uncle, they're just kind of this fun little thing that you get to experience every once in a while. Yeah. And then once you kids are I'm not gonna say they're the best, but they're pretty awesome, right? Like they're great, right? They're the best thing that ever happened to us, right? But at the same time, there's hard things about it, hard things about being a parent. And as an uncle, you don't really get to experience that stuff very much. It's just like, yeah, okay, he's crying. Here you go, mom.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, it's crying.
It's pooped. There you go. It's pee-peed. Whatever. Yeah, for sure. But I went through that because I have some nieces that are 13 and 11 now. So I get to kind of feel out the whole kid thing before, and I think that's important. That as a adult, you kind of have an opportunity to feel it out before you actually dive right into having a kid, because I think it changes your experience and allows you to kind of get ready for it a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's kind of like renting a game before you buy it, I guess, in a weird way.
Yeah.
You can just return it when you don't want to play it anymore.
Yeah, Chelsea and I right now are on the maybe adoption in 5 years from now. Maybe. That's
Really? That's weird because like 2 weeks ago you were like never, ever, ever.
No. I mean, that is like never, ever, ever. But like maybe adoption would be an option if we had
The adoption option.
Yeah, the adoption option would be an option if we ever felt the need to have kids. But like,
Okay, here's the most important question. What age group would you be looking at? Like 14? So you only have them for 4 years, then you're like, get the fuck out.
My friend Elise, she can't stand children, but she's so motherly. I think I probably talked about this before. So I always joke with her like I wouldn't be surprised at least if someday you do have kids, because you would be such a great mother. And she's like, I would have kids someday if I could adopt them, and I would only adopt them if they were 18. And it's like, well, then what's the point? It's
So
like,
you want to be
John
their,
Lennon?
so you want to be their friend, essentially.
Basically. Yeah.
You need a new friend. I don't know. I'd probably adopt for an age range that was appropriate for how old I was. Because if I'm like 40, I'm not going to adopt, a little tiny baby.
Why?
Because I don't want to be 58 when it's 18.
So what? There's a lot of people who are having kids when they're 40.
Yeah, I know.
A lot.
But I don't want to be one of them.
Okay. just curious. What about Chelsea though?
Chelsea has zero interest in kids right now.
Oh.
Absolutely, it would be impossible for us to have children. She works, 50,
Well,
60 hours a week.
I'm not talking about your professional lives. I'm talking about just personally.
As far as giving birth, Chelsea is zero chance.
So she just doesn't want to have kids?
Nah.
Okay.
Like even just the physical process alone, she's not interested in it.
Oh, okay.
She's
so
like,
when are you gonna vasectomy?
Yeah, why don't you just get...
I don't know. I don't know. Whenever I have the time to think about it, there's stuff I'd like to do with my money before I get a vasectomy.
Apparently, it's only like $150
Oh, really?
with health insurance, according to Sam.
Yeah, they're not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know this because, well, I haven't looked, but I know they're not that bad simply because Kristen's like, you need to get snipped. So that's kind of that's the thing for me. It just seems so permanent. I know it can be reversed, but that scares the shit out of me. Just the idea of like getting your balls snipped up or whatever it is that happens. I don't even know what the fuck.
You can get it
process is.
reversed, but it does lower your fertility rate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
after
of
the
course, yeah,
reversal.
sure. But like we don't want kids, right? We don't want them. But at the same time, we don't.
What are you gonna do with the ones you got?
We don't want any more kids.
Give them away.
We don't want any more kids.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it just seems so permanent. Because well, what if one day we wake up and we're like, okay,
Then you adopt.
no,
'Cause there's
I know.
like-
I know there's a lot of kids out there that, but I don't know. Adoption is just not for us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't want to birth the kid, raise the kid, and you know, I don't know. I'm sure that if we were to adopt a newborn kid, a newborn baby, or whatever it may be, I mean, it's obviously going to be our child. It would be our child, but at the same time, I don't know. I just don't think that really fits our family. You know, and I think that's okay. You know, so for some people,
Everyone's different.
adoption is like the way that they want to have kids. You know,
Yeah.
so just certain strokes for different folks, right? So,
Yeah.
do you guys have any New Year's resolutions?
I think mine is to work less. I really mean that. Because, like, yesterday, I came in and I worked till 5 o'clock, and I was like, oh, wow, I didn't eat at all. I didn't have a single bite to eat.
I think you need. I think we.
And then,
I
like,
think what we need to do is have you work smarter by distributing what you do.
yeah.
You know, we talked about that a little bit with. But by the way, we're officially opening up right now an internship position.
Right now, we
right
didn't even
now,
talk
at
about
this,
it. All right.
No, at this exact second,
Okay.
we're opening up an internship position right now for a content management where you will essentially learn how to upload videos to a number of different platforms. And if you are interested in doing this, and you are in school locally in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and you can commit to 15 hours a week, 30 hours a week, if you can commit to coming in and interning here at Game Attack consistently, you need to email Bolin at GameAttackTeam.com, and he'll take a look at your resume.
All right.
There you go. We're
to
opening it up
worry
right
about.
now.
All right.
Well, but you know your job better than anybody.
Yeah, I know.
So you know,
Yep.
obviously, you know.
Yep,
look,
you got it.
I'm just telling you this right now. If you don't live in Dallas, don't email.
Yeah, do not.
If this is not realistic, do not email.
I will block your email address in my inbox if you email me and you're like, "Hey, I'm not
got
in Dallas, but I
Hey,
want to intern."
Hey, I live
really
in
extreme real
Colorado,
fast.
but
Yeah.
I'd like to come down. No,
I will
no.
block your email and find you on Twitter. I will find you on Twitter and then block you on Twitter as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have time to look for people that didn't listen to the very simple instructions that you have to live in
That's right.
Dallas to apply for this internship.
That's right. That's. And by the way, you have to be in college too.
You have to be in college too.
Yep.
In college, in Dallas, or you're blocked from me forever.
That's it. It's like,
I don't have time.
if you're looking for a job and you can't follow 2 basic instructions, you're blocked from that job, right?
Oh, I'm not.
Right,
disagreeing-
John?
I'm not disagreeing with you. I just appreciate how quickly you got very aggressive. Yeah, well, internship. Don't fucking apply if you can't be here.
Because that happens all the time. People
I
will be
know,
like,
I know.
it's just like, I've seen it before.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's true. And like, trust me, we want your help, right? We just want your help if you're in Dallas and you're in school.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. So I think taking care of my body like all the way around. I'm not saying I'm gonna hit the gym like crazy or anything.
Yeah, how
but,
often
like,
do you want to go?
3-4 times a week.
Okay.
Yeah. Think that'd be fine.
John, Bowen and I are going to work out before we come into work.
Cool.
Yeah,
We're gonna go in together.
We're gonna get our bodies fit before we work out the internet and make it stronger
Yeah,
with Game Attack.
it'll be good for your
Yeah.
minds.
I hope so.
And I gotta train myself to because I'm tired because I'm not eating and I'm not taking care of my body, so I don't have a good sleep cycle.
Mm-hmm.
I sleep like 6-7 hours.
Terrible sleep cycle.
I sleep like 6 or 7 hours, but like it's weird sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It doesn't. It's sleep that doesn't get me rested.
You're not hitting REM enough.
Yeah, I guess not. I'm not when I'm sleeping. I'm not resting.
Yeah.
How long does it usually take you guys to fall asleep?
Oh my god. Anywhere from an hour to 3 hours, no joke. I'm not kidding.
Then you're not ready for bed. Like if you're laying there for an hour to 3 hours, you're not ready for bed.
Well, a lot of times I am tired,
Uh-huh.
and so I generally feel like like when you feel like the internal call to go to sleep.
Uh-huh.
I get that. I lay down.
Are you literally laying in your bed for an hour to 3 hours?
Yeah,
Why?
because I can't fucking sleep.
Well, then
get
get up
back
and do
up.
something.
And then I'll be up for like another 4 hours.
No, you'll eventually run out of steam. Like,
Okay.
been there, done that.
Yeah,
Have you
just,
tried
live my
reading?
life for the past,
Well, no,
27
I'm
years.
Have
just
you
saying,
tried
dude,
reading
like,
in bed?
You're clearly not tired.
I have tried reading a lot of time. Not every time, but a lot of times I get more invested in what I'm reading
Yeah.
or watching. Very rarely does watching or reading something help me fall asleep.
Are you staring at a screen?
Not like if it's been like 2.5 hours, I'll be like, fine, maybe I need to do something, and I'll.
But are you
I'll-
are you just laying in bed?
I'm like
with-
I'm
with-
actively trying to relax.
Uh-huh.
Like this is something I've dealt with most of my life.
Do you have is this insomnia? Is this
Yeah.
what's going on here?
I have terrible insomnia.
So like why are you not why have you not been to the doctor and taken some pills or something or boosting whatever that the purple stuff that I take the
These pills cost $8,000.
no.
melatonin.
Melatonin.
I
Yeah.
can't take melatonin.
Why not?
In my condition.
Oh, okay.
So
Why don't you just work out really hard right before you go to sleep?
sometimes that helps. Sometimes it keeps me up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll spend some days just constantly. I'll work out, then I'll go to kung fu, and like I'll hang out with my friends. Nothing. Other days, yeah, that works great.
That's crazy.
Like very 2 to maybe 6% of the time, I'll fall asleep quickly.
2 to 6% of the time?
Yeah, very rarely.
Okay.
The easiest time for me to fall asleep is in the middle of the day,
Yeah?
when it's the worst time for me
Well,
to fall asleep.
why is it the worst time?
Because then I can't sleep at night.
Well, why do you need to sleep at night? How about
Yeah,
you
maybe
just,
maybe you just
why don't you just flip a bitch?
Yeah, maybe you just embrace it. And
Yeah.
just be like, yeah, I'm a night owl.
I am a night owl, and I can't stand it.
Why?
Why can't you stand it though?
Because
The world's still going. We live in a world where you can communicate constantly all the time. You got information coming at you from all angles.
Yeah,
you
but
can
whenever
work
I-
anytime. You can do whatever you want.
whenever I had to go to a set, usually I had to get there at like 6 in the morning.
Uh-huh. Then you're finishing up your day.
But I had to be on set for like 12 hours.
Yeah, screw that.
You just don't work in don't make money. Anyways,
Yeah, okay.
Yes, are you saying is that a go to an ad read right now? Is that what that
no,
was?
because what we shouldn't do is acknowledge ad reads.
No. I want to make sure that people know that this episode of the Prairie podcast is brought to you by our friends at Bespoke Post, who we've talked about several times.
Yes.
and they've been phenomenal. And listen, if you're looking for like Christmas is over, but there's no better way to look awesome and feel good about yourself and just feel awesome throughout the entire year than by using Bespoke Post, right? So Bespoke Post is a subscription club that offers monthly theme boxes curated from unique and upcoming brands from around the world. Okay, this is pretty awesome. So we were like, what is this thing? So they sent us 3 sample boxes, and we talked about them in the past. And, one was built around alcohol, one was built around fashion, one was, and
The other one was built around like hygiene.
yeah. So there's different themes every month and different things that are really good. There's no commitments. They tell you what box you're assigned on the first day of each month, and you have 5 days to keep it, switch it, or skip it. And there's a wide variety of boxes, as we said: style, grooming, cooking, drinking, travel. They cover all the bases. So you visit bespokepost.com and answer a few short questions that will help them gauge your interest in certain things. And then each subscription box goes for about $45 with more than $70 worth of goodies inside. So to receive 20% off your first subscription box, go to bespokepost.com and enter promo code TRYHARD at checkout. That's 20% off your first box at BESPOKE post.com with the promo code TRYHARD. Bespoke Post is theme boxes for guys that give a damn, and we give a damn. So it's
John
pretty good
gives a
stuff.
damn.
Yeah.
Just look at John and think about what his box would be like. Ninja stars.
Ninja
nunchucks.
stars, yeah, all sorts of stuff. So, but yeah, dude, that sucks. Sucks about.
I love sleeping. I'm just not good at it. I love dreaming.
I'm
Just
not good at it.
What did you get for Christmas?
Got a bunch of new shirts.
You talked about popcorn extensively that you got that you liked.
Oh yeah. Do you like popcorn, John?
sometimes, yeah,
You obviously don't do butter popcorn.
obviously.
Yeah.
This is like that vegan white cheddar balance. That stuff is delicious.
So my favorite type of popcorn is the holiday tin can that comes with the 3 flavors in it, right?
Which flavors?
It's butter, cheddar, and caramel.
Caramel was always tasty.
Is it caramel or caramel?
Caramel.
They're both correct. I think.
Caramel. Yeah. So it comes with those three things. But the big thing about this was I got this from my wife's mom's brother, and he went out, and if you go to Walmart and get one of these things, it comes in the tin, and then you look inside the tin, it's just 3 individual bags of each flavor, right?
Yeah.
But if you go to a nice place they put a cardboard cutout in between,
Yeah.
like it breaks it up into a nice 3-piece pie, and you got
Three-piece pie.
you got wonderful popcorn lined to the edges, lined to the fucking brim, of the best flavors in America. It's so good.
Cheddar, butter, and caramel.
Caramel. Yeah, it's so good.
I need to find like a good like vegan caramel popcorn because that was always my favorite of those. The
Do you
caramel
cut caramel with
Dude.
butter or something?
Do I what?
I mean, what's not vegan about the caramel popcorn?
butter and dairy.
Butter and dairy. Okay.
I mean that's a redundant.
Yeah, I guess to
Dairy.
dilute it a little bit. Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's so that was I know popcorn is like such a stupid gift to love.
That's good.
But yeah,
Good
and the girls got me a Legend of Zelda book
Nice.
that they saw. Kinsey saw it at her book fair, and it's like a history of Zelda leading up to
At her book fair, like her school book fair.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
she
so
saw it,
nice.
and she's like, oh, I need that for Daddy. So she got me that, which was really nice. And
Is it the Hyrule Historia or just something else?
I don't know what the book is called. It leads up to Breath of the Wild.
Gotcha.
Was it
Okay,
like
so
a?
it's
Is it
probably
kind of like the encyclopedia that tells you everything
Yeah,
about
it's
it?
probably like 100 pages,
Mhm.
and it's a lot of pictures and just
Gotcha.
a little bit of text. And
Mhm.
on each page, it's like this book is not endorsed by Nintendo.
Oh,
It's
really?
It's one of
Okay.
those things. So, and I thought that was really funny that it's literally on every single page.
That's funny.
So I got that, and yeah, for me, I've definitely crossed a long time ago. I crossed the threshold of like Christmas is about getting things, because when you're a kid, leading all the way up till like you're in college, you're like, what do I get? And then you become a little more mature, and you really don't like.
Do you become more mature or do you give up hope? There's
No,
a
no,
big
no.
difference
I-
there because
I-
I just gave up hope.
Every single time for my wife goes, "What can I get you for your birthday? What can I get you for Christmas?" I say, "I don't want anything. I do not want anything. Don't get me anything. Don't buy me anything." And she's always like, "You're so hard to shop for." I was like, "Because I don't want anything." Like it's very simple. If I want something, I'll go out and buy it.
Yeah.
So, like the only thing I asked her for some new shirts this year, and that was it. And
You know what you could do?
what's that?
So around your birthday and Christmas, like just be like, look, I don't know what I want because I don't want anything, but there will come a time when I say, hey, I want that. Can you just get that for me?
Yeah. Just
And
be
you get,
like,
one or two of
Just
those.
an IOU
per
later.
birthday
Yeah.
and Christmas season.
Yeah,
That way she's happy. She feels like she can get you something you actually want.
April rolls around. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Hey, I want that one thing. That's my ticket for this month.
So for me, like I said, I've kind of reached that point to where like I so much enjoy giving gifts more than I like to receive them, right?
Yeah.
And there's one gift that I want to give my dad this year. 10 years ago, when he turned 60, we took him out to the Texas Motor Speedway.
yeah, you let him drive the race car,
and
right?
The race car. So I want to take him back out there now, but I don't know if he's too old for that.
Mhm.
Like I don't. He's like, hey, I'm 70. Can I ride in your Corvettes? It's kind of weird, right? Like
I think what you do is like next time you're sitting with him, just get like a brick. Just be like, "Dad, heads up!" and throw it at him, and see what his reaction's like.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he lives, he can drive the car.
I get this I get this weird feeling from my family that like this year is going to be a really weird shift just personally. Because I told you like 2 days ago, maybe 2 days ago, I found out my uncle had cancer, and like he's been smoking his entire life since he was like 13, no joke, and now he's into pipes and stuff. So he's got cancer now, and he didn't tell anybody. And apparently it's pretty aggressive. So you look back on this Christmas and you go, well, he was kind of docile the entire time. So could this have been like his last Christmas with us, right?
Yeah.
And a couple years ago, we lost a family friend who was like, he went through, he had really bad cancer, and it was actually it wasn't cancer, it was something in your stomach. I don't know, whatever it was. I think it was liver disease. And he it took like 6 months, but he was on his way out at Christmas, and we didn't know it at the time, but it was like, holy shit, John looks horrible, And
Yeah.
and like our family's starting to shift from like my parents are getting to the age to where families in the next 5-10 years, you're like counting the years, the number of Christmas and stuff left. And I really kind of, in retrospect, I've been like looking at it because my brother gave me a really phenomenal gift. He actually gave everybody a gift. He digitized all our home videos,
That's cool.
and he gave us a flash drive.
I wanted to do that.
Yeah,
a
and
while.
you should talk to him about it.
Yeah.
Like he's got all the software. He spent a ton of time doing it. So, anyways, I found a Christmas Christmas video from
Keep talking.
oh thanks from 2000 from 1997, right? And it has my grandparents and like there's things that like as a teenager you're looking at these videos or you're in these videos and you're like, man, like now I look at them like, man, you don't realize there's a reason why we videotape these things, right? There's a reason why we do this so we can remember them and we can look back and be like, that was really nice. Like my grandma was telling us a story about how toys had changed from her generation to my parents' generation to our generation, and I was, like, and we're all just sitting around just like, whatever, who cares? You know? And like my sister's like, God, just my sister who's 17, 18, 19, 20 at the time, she's just like, stop it, Grandma. And my grandma had like 3 Christmases left, 2 years left, something like that. And you see my grandpa, I was like, oh well, yeah, he only had like 4 years left. And it's one of those things where you like, I don't know, it's a generation ago now. 20 years is about a generation, and you kind of see how family is shift and change and evolve.
Yeah, it's really weird for like Chelsea's family because like Chelsea's grandparents on her mom's side, like her grandpa died, had smoking, had cancer and died, and the mom, they're from that generation where like the guy did everything, like it was like a bank account, like how do I write a check?
Sure.
You know what I mean? And so like Chelsea's cousins, like they now have great grandkids, and like they're having families that are growing and like they want to have their own Christmases now. And so like it's kind of I kind of watch like the older people at the these parties, and especially on her mom's side, and I kind of just watch her grandma. I've been doing it for a couple of years now, but like you can really see like it's like a guilty sadness that like this isn't my Christmas anymore. You know what I mean? And you feel like, I'm not like saying it, being antagonistic about it, but like you can tell like it's at the grandparents' house, but it's not about everybody coming to see the grandparents now. You know what I mean?
It's about having a place to commune.
Yes, yeah. It's now about the kids and like the younger generation, and like like in their mind, this is really sad, I'm sorry, but like in their mind it's like they're just watching the families grow and fade into their own little
for
universes.
a lot of grandparents, that's exactly what they want to see.
Yeah, I think that's true. Like I know my parents, like they take a ton of pride in just the idea of like, well, you've got 2 grandkids, you've got 3 or you gave us 2 grandkids, and that's the way they look at it. You gave us these grandkids.
Yeah. Like my mother's favorite part of like the Christmas was like seeing her grandson like walk around and be cute.
Yeah.
And like she was sad when they left.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's crazy. You said something to me real quick. Do you guys have anything else you want, like with Christmas, that you want to keep?
No,
just real quick. I think that the tune of Little Drummer Boy is really cool, but the lyrics, I can't stand them. Like, why would you play drums for a sleeping baby? You fucking idiot. It's like the baby's sleeping. That's in the lyrics. He's sleeping. I'm gonna start playing drums. It's like, you fucking loser.
That's
Anyways,
awesome.
That's great.
That's it.
All right, I got another topic going up. First, I want to let you know this episode of the Trier Podcast is brought to you by our new friends at Uber. We've all taken an Uber ride several times before, but you can request an Uber ride anytime with the Uber app. It's safe and comfortable way to get for wherever you need. It's like just like going to your company holiday party. What's up?
Yeah.
Or a night out with your friends or family. Like we have New Year's Eve coming up. A lot of people are going to be going out. Could be a great opportunity to use an Uber ride. If you're late at work, you can take an Uber and work from your car. There's all sorts of good stuff. So you got to run errands. Guess what? Super easy. It's super easy to do. You install the Uber app today from the App Store or Google Play. New riders who use our code TRYHARD will get $5 off their first 3 rides, which is great. I know a lot of people are going up to MagFest coming up. I
thought about how cool it would be if we just showed up.
You want to? We can go. I can. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But a lot of people going to MagFest. So like it'd be a great way to get to the airport, get from the airport to the place. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So, anyways, go to the Uber app and put in the code TryHard and get $5 off your first 3 rides. Uber, the better way to get anywhere you want to be. It's for new users only, and the offer expires February 18th, 2018. So get on it and use our code. Save you some monies. Thank you, Uber. Once again, they support us, so please support them. So you said something while you're talking about you're talking about the grandfather. He did all these things, didn't know how to check account. He smoked and all this stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, he did, but the grandma was left like with so many questions because he did everything.
Well, so that got me thinking about like you go back in even 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, right? And there's all these things that people did that you look back and you're like, wow, that was really dumb of us, but we didn't know any better, right? What are we doing today that you think that in 30 years we're going to be like, wow, I can't believe we did that. We should have known better. Like, can you guys think of anything off the top of your head? Because I got a couple.
I can think of something that you're not gonna like.
Go ahead.
I think that criticizing people for being social justice warriors on the internet is gonna be like, man, why were we assholes about people defending people on the internet? I think that'll be.
That doesn't bother me.
I think that'll be a thing.
It only bothers me if people are stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
but like, I mean, even you've been in the past, like social media, like everybody complains about like every little thing. I think in time it'll just be like, yeah, what's wrong with you? Have you seen the new 21 Jump Street?
Yeah.
Do you remember that part where like Channing Tatum shows up and he's like in this hot rod car and he thinks it's all cool, but the guys at the school are like, what's that get like 12 miles to the gallon? That's not good for the environment.
Yeah.
And then he makes fun of a kid for being gay, and then all the kids like start beating up what's wrong with you? Because
he's way behind the times.
Yeah, he's way behind the times. I think like from a social media standpoint, I mean there'll be standouts, but like, yeah, being social justice warriors will be like an okay thing.
I don't think that's ever going to be looked at as okay. I think you'll always be looked at as an outlier who's like just looking to make a stink. That's just me personally. I think that everyone's heard of like the low T centers and stuff that are around, the low testosterone centers.
Yeah.
Low T centers?
Have you not heard about these things? So they're these guys who get like testosterone supplements and boosts. They take a shot. Essentially, you're taking steroids, right?
Yeah.
It's like illegal steroids that you go to these places, and I feel like that's something that we just don't know enough about. I feel like, when you're injecting yourself with these extra hormones and stuff in your body, like specifically like testosterone, I don't know. I feel like that's like that could fuck you up pretty good.
Like people have testosterone deficiencies.
No, I know, but I'm talking about like now it's just become this thing where, like, as soon as you, the way it's more. Go ahead.
Are you worried it's become like a cure-all? Like, oh, are you a man who's feeling, tired and sleepy? Take some testosterone.
Exactly.
It's like become an Advil for men.
Yeah, it's become too available, right? It's one of those things where like, these guys are like, yeah, people, You hear
use testosterone as a blanket for anything wrong
absolutely,
with
100%. And I feel like that's something that in time we're gonna look back and be like, ooh, that was a bad idea.
Like one of the things I think about now is like guys like I can't believe that it was ever a thing where guys were embarrassed to say they were sick or like, hey, I've got prostate cancer. Like, isn't that's like the fact that Lance Armstrong like was a pioneer because like he was open about the conversation of testicular cancer.
Well, it's a sign of weakness.
Yeah, but I think that's something that I would like to see change at least. Is
machismo?
Yeah, machismo.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know. I don't think there's. I don't know. I think it's stupid that some people, not just men, hold back on their diseases. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit on the stream the other night. But it's their decision, it's their decision to make. It's their body.
I know, but I'm talking about like men in general, like being like
feeling weak for saying they have something.
Have you never like, dude, there have been plenty of times where I have told myself I cannot get sick. Like as a man, I cannot get sick because if I do, I will be down and my family will not be able to be supported. Like, there have been plenty of times where, as a man, I've said, I cannot do this because I need to support my family. My kids are sick. My wife is sick. If I get sick, this whole family goes down.
Yeah, that's not like. I don't think you're actually thinking as a man. I think
No, I'm thinking as a man.
Are you not thinking like as the only person in this family that's not sick?
No, I'm thinking as a man, I cannot let this as a provider for this family. I cannot do this. And
Yeah.
that's just,
Well, I think what Sean's getting at more so is less like it is inefficient for me to become sick as opposed to if I have some disease, I can't
Or
talk about it.
or if I'm sad, I can't talk about it because I'm a dude. Not just sickness, but like
Yeah.
I like this movie makes me cry kind of thing. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, for me, it's just, I think it's so weird because if you were to go back to, if you were to go back 50 years and you were to be like, yeah, that movie made me cry, people would be like, you pussy.
Yeah.
Like, I think men and women would both be like, women would be like, oh, I don't want to date that guy. He's, whatever.
Yeah.
He's too feminine.
Then you get into the 90s where women are like, oh, he's so sensitive.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Like, you just, I don't know. Feelings are, I think there'll always be things that we look back on in retrospect and go, what?
Yeah.
What were we
Like
doing?
30 years ago, like women couldn't divorce their husbands even if like they're getting the shit beat out of them.
Well, even then, like, I think you want to talk about divorce. I think like in time we're gonna look back and be like, man, so women were just like given the kids in divorces. What? Like, why? Like, I think there'll be things that we do like, or wait, so.
Or even divorce is a big deal. Just divorce in general, like the thought of divorce, like.
Well, divorce is a big deal.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like in time, like it may not be. You know what I mean? Just like the divorce rate's like 50%. So
the divorce rate's like 60%.
Is it? Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like 65%.
But I'm just saying, like, just divorce in general will be like, okay, whatever. Like, it didn't work out.
I got this theory. I think I've talked about this on a podcast before, but it's been probably years. I get this theory about the divorce rate, and I feel like it's just going to skyrocket, and even more than it already has in the next 15, 20 years.
Maybe. I feel like less people are getting married.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have statistics about this. I just feel
Yeah.
it is a feeling
Yeah.
based on social media and, media in general.
I feel like social media and the ability to interact with people via an app, swiping left, swiping right,
Yeah.
essentially in taking out the idea of going up and talking to somebody and for lack of you see people who are legitimately scared. I saw somebody talk about how scary it is for a guy to approach it. We talked about it a little bit, to approach a girl, right?
Yeah, we talked about being a creep.
Yeah, but just in general, just going up and talking to a girl now, it's intimidating. I saw somebody in the comments of that triad was like, yeah, I hear you. I my self-esteem's low, and just going up and talking to somebody and being fearful of rejection. Now the idea of not having
Practice.
not even having to go up and do that. Now just swiping right and meeting up, be like, okay, well, we both swiped right, so let's figure it out.
Yeah.
I feel like now you can go in and you can have an argument over text, or you can have a FaceTime fight or whatever, however you communicate via technology, and you can just sign off, turn it off, not respond, whatever it may be. Whereas it is valuable to learn how to communicate in person. And I feel like there's a generation that's coming up that is not going to learn that. And when it's time to have the relationships, the face-to-face relationships, and when something doesn't go right, it's going to be like, well, this just clearly didn't work out,
There's an episode of Black Mirror where, like, essentially your phone is built into your eyes and, like, a little device, like a little watch that you can, like, control, like, the menus with.
Mm-hmm.
And you can, like, block, like, the way you block people on a phone, you can block people in real life. And when you block them, anytime you see their face, it like mutes the words they're saying, and it like kind of blurs them out with like white noise. And it does the same for pictures, and it does the same, like, if they went off and had a kid, it will block like the image of their child. And so the episode goes where, like, this couple gets into a big fight, and the woman blocks the man, and she stays with him for like a week before finally leaving, and like he can't talk to her, he can't hear her, he can't like even like look at pictures of her anywhere, and then like he learns that like she has a kid, and so like but he can't see the kid's face, and so he keeps like he'll sneak off to like she runs away to live with like her father, so he sneaks off like every like birthday. Like give the kid a gift or something, or at least see the kid as best as he can because he can't see. It's just white noise.
Oh, weird.
Eventually, it's been out for a while. I'm gonna spoil it.
Yeah, you're good.
What show is this good?
Black Mirror on
It's really good.
Netflix.
You should check it
Netflix,
out.
okay.
Yeah.
Eventually, like he finds out that she dies in like a train wreck, which like lifts the ban. So he can finally go see his kid. So he goes and he sees a kid, and it's a little Asian girl. And it flashes back, and like you realize, oh, their coworker friend that she was kind of flirty with was an Asian man. She had an affair, and that's one of the reasons she couldn't handle telling him.
She blocked him. Yeah.
And it just like there's way more to this episode. It's a really good episode. This is one part of the episode.
Yeah.
John Hamm's in it. It's great. It's a good episode. And just like totally ruins his life. It just totally like not alone. That alone would like fuck with someone, but then learning that like. Oh, she couldn't talk to me because she had an affair. She couldn't at least tell me, like, yo, I had an affair.
Sure.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, what else were you thinking when you came up with this topic?
Oh, I just heard you thinking about it, and that was one of the things. Mainly the testosterone thing. Like I hear that advertised all the time. I listen to a lot of.
I've
sports
never
radio.
heard of this.
Really?
It's sports radio. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, like the demo on these sports radios.
Yeah.
It's
You
our
see ads
demo.
on like online too, and like there's testosterone centers in like Louisville.
Yeah, they're all over the place, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, but yeah, man, like I don't know. I think there's gonna be a lot of things that we look back on in 20, 30 years and be like, that was really, really dumb. I think
for sure.
Even you look back.
Like you can look at the FDA period right now.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
And like just how drugs are regulated right now.
I think yeah, just food in general.
Yeah.
How we eat.
Yeah.
Like you go, what? How? Huh?
Yeah.
The idea of just in the last 10 years, calories having to be included on a menu. Like if calories on a menu don't divert you from eating something.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I don't know what's gonna do it. But yeah, I don't know. It's fascinating. I would love to know what you guys think in the comments.
Well, we'll be obsolete in 30 years.
Yeah,
socially.
Yeah.
Socially obsolete that we're doing right now.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good, interesting topic. So,
Yeah.
What else you guys got?
There was a swatting gone wrong recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I thought I saw. Was this a gamer kid?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw a tweet about this, but I didn't actually read the story.
These two. It was in Wichita, Kansas. So there's two kids playing Call of Duty, and there was some like $1.50 wager on a match, and some kid lost or something, and they got in an argument, and so the kid in Wichita was like, "Oh yeah, fucking do it," and they fucking swat me because the other kid was like threatening it. Here's my address, but it wasn't actually his address. It was like someone down the road.
Yep.
So the SWAT comes, and Alex, I think his name was Alex Finch. The last name is at least Finch. The police come with the SWAT team, and like not only was it shitty for that one kid to give the wrong address and the other kid to call the SWAT saying there was like a homicide and like a hostage situation, though that was shitty by itself. But then the police fuck up because when Mr. Finch opens the door that they knocked on, they fucking shoot him and kill him.
You just opened the door and they shot him?
Yeah, shot him dead.
He's
24, 28, some 28-year-old,
28-year-old guy. What the fuck is he doing? Doing anything with swatting, anyways? You're a fucking man.
No.
The guy
that got shot was
police
28-year-old. Had nothing to do with it.
Okay. I thought you
And
said
all he
Finch
did-
was 28.
That's the kid who got killed.
But you said Finch. Oh, so Finch wasn't one.
Finch is the victim who had nothing to do with this argument.
Okay,
at all.
I thought you were saying Finch was the guy who was
No.
swatting.
I don't know the names of the two dumbass kids.
Yeah, let him burn in hell though.
Yeah. But like, they didn't even say like get on the ground. They just fucking shot him. The police, like, okay, like I'm not a trained SWAT person, but from what I understand, that's not how you do it. You don't knock on the door and then shoot the guy when
it's
he
like the
opens it.
Fortnite kid, like life in prison for those kids, both of them.
Like
like
the hackers?
like you remember the hackers?
Yeah.
Those kids that swatted, both of them, life in prison. Teach them a lesson. Just do it.
It's a pretty fucking huge
Make it
lesson.
exact-
There's a
yeah.
difference between teaching a lesson and ruining life.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing. I'm just semantics.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways,
Well, how could we ruin these kids' lives? Because that's what I want to do. I want to ruin their life. Let's hobble them, rip their kneecaps out, with the crowbar. That's what I would do.
Man, there are times we talk about things that are obsolete now. There are things that like,
Kneecapping kids.
man, capital punishment is so good. So, like, I love capital
Is it
punishment.
really?
Yes, it is. Like listen,
Spanking?
Don't go back. Don't go back on this. You were just talking about how you're like,
that's corporal punishment.
you're,
Capital punishment is a death penalty.
yeah. You want like, dude? You want to talk about like fucking somebody up? Like, yeah, okay, the guy murdered some people, but you really don't want to kill them. Okay, take out their kneecaps. You know, like you want to fuck somebody up, do it. That's fine. You know, like, okay.
Like sentence them to, I don't know,
There's a thing in the Constitution about cruel and unusual punishment.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but
a 6 hour tied to a chair session with an Irish boxer, barefisted.
yeah, you know, I think these are all fair.
It has to be Irish.
Yeah.
Written in
Because they're
the
knuckles. Because
Constitutional
Irishmen's knuckles are like
And they all
really
box like
horrible.
this.
I got sharp knuckles.
Yeah, I know.
Don't you all box like this?
There's a line in The Rock. This is interesting. There's a line in The Rock where Sean Connery's fighting this dude, and this guy's like punching him. He's like, "Did I tell you my old man was Irish?" And he punches him. And for me, that punch always hurt a little bit more because he says, "Did I tell you my old man was Irish?" And then he punches him in the face.
That's funny.
Dude, speaking of punching people in the face with fists, I'm watching Jean-Claude Van Johnson.
Oh, nice.
Have you watched this?
I watched the first pilot episode. I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotten to watch it.
I'm in the same boat.
Let me just say this. There's a scene in Jean-Claude Van Johnson. It's only 6 episodes long, right? Each one's 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It's such a satire of him
Everything
and his
he's done.
career
Yeah.
and life in general. Like it's so comic booky while still being supposed real life, right? There's a scene where he fights a guy with giant rock fists.
Oh, yeah.
And like that's his.
That's the bad guy?
That's the bad guy.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be like real life, you know. And it's so fucking funny that it's so good. The fight is awesome, and the way it climaxes is so Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
Right? Did you say it was written by that Max Landis guy or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that episode apparently wasn't because I said it was written by somebody else. But
I know the pilot was.
okay. Well, either way, it's so stupid and so silly, and it's rated. It has like a 9 out of 10 on Amazon.
Yeah.
And when
I think
saw
that's
that-
just a reflection of how well it resonates with fans of Jean-Claude Van Damme.
It's got to because there's one of those things where you look at it and you go, I didn't think there was that many people, and it's got like 50-something thousand ratings on it, right? Like I didn't think there was that many people who could appreciate this kind of stupid satire in it. You know, it's so funny. I think you would either love it or you'd hate it.
Well, we liked
tremendously.
the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it gets sillier.
Yeah.
I think in general, like, it's important to understand that the internet has now made the smallest, most niche thing the most shareable thing. Like, you know, I don't know. That's something that I like to think about when it comes to content, especially now, like we're doing this open letters thing. Like, in these open letters, like, at least for this one I'm writing, like, I'm trying to hit the most small details that the hardcore fans will appreciate, and then it becomes like, look at what this pointed out.
Yeah, like I was just watching something exactly like that. Like weird little things that become memes, and then like people like consistently do their own takes on it. Like for instance, like the whole steamed ham Skinner from the Simpsons like segment has become like a meme. Like someone I guess just shared this and it's a funny scene, and then people start doing their own takes. And I just watched this like weird like Metal Gear Solid mashup with it, and like they do like really good attention to detail, like him getting caught by Super Nintendo Chalmers.
Are we recording?
Superintendent Chalmers.
Superintendent Chalmers, yeah.
And like having like the little references to Metal Gear Solid, and like when he gets caught, and like even stuff like when he's explaining steamed hams, it cuts away to the stock footage from like the 1950s of people like preparing hamburgers, just like it would have in Metal Gear Solid, like stock footage of like medical supplies or like military stuff. So like, it's really good details of like Metal Gear Solid, but just using the steamed ham segment. And it's just like it's funny, but it's not like a that was so good. It's like, yeah, they were accurate.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny you talk about memes and like little things and how things like in every community there's little memes, right? And I go back and I look at the Cow Chop guys, right? And you know, their community clearly didn't like our sense of humor, and our community didn't really dig their sense of humor, and that's cool. Whatever.
That was just a misrepresentation on all fronts about everything.
It was like if you talk to any Cow Chop fan, they're like, "Those Game Attack guys are fucking assholes," right?
Yeah.
Whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, and it's a bad day for everybody. You know, we're all good. We like the Cow Chop guys. You know, they're all really fun and talented, but. While I was watching them talk about that, I think Chase was like, "Hey, they talked about you guys on the podcast," and they were talking about how they used the term we were recording, we were memeing and stuff, and I was like, "Memeing? Like, is that just a thing? Like, I guess they're just trying to create as many memes as possible in each individual video within their community and stuff, which is, you know, I've never heard that before. I just thought it was interesting. You know, we're memeing.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's kind of crazy. You know,
I mean, like. I guess I was trying to meme all the time, especially at launch, you know, with how can you breathe and that kind of stuff.
It's like our memes inside jokes.
Catchphrases are like the original.
Yeah. Catchphrases are memes.
Did I do that?
Yeah. I'm the baby, gotta love me. Like those are memes.
Yeah.
At least I consider.
Cowabunga.
Yeah, cowabunga. I love being a turtle. Those are all memes.
And eat my shorts, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Simpsons.
Luke, I am your father. That's a meme.
I hate that. I hate that term.
What?
Meme.
Why?
It's funny because it was
Catchphrase.
originally a genetic, like, biology term. Yeah, coined by famed atheist, or at least used by famed atheist Richard Dawkins. Yeah.
People's champ. That's a meme. Like then the community comes up with real people's champ. That's a meme. I consider catchphrases memes as well.
Yeah.
Even not funny ones. Like
Well, they are the the original social memes.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think we should meme it up more. You know how we can do it with all our videos. By the way, if you made it this far, first off, thanks. Second, don't forget we have our schedule now is every Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're going to have new videos. Every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays in the morning, we'll have streams. And every evening at 9 p.m., Monday through Friday, we will have our streams as well. So 10:30 a.m. and 9 p.m. And then on Saturdays, we'll have Tryhard and possibly Mario Party Saturday as well. So
Speaking of small details sticking out, almost anytime someone says Tuesdays and Thursdays, I get a small chuckle because it makes me think of Fight Club when Edward Norton's character kind of runs back into Robert Paulson, Meatloaf's character with the bitch tits.
Yeah.
And he finds out he also goes to Fight Club, but he never sees him. And he goes, "Oh, I go Tuesdays and Thursdays." And I like a different one.
yeah.
But yeah.
You wrapping it up?
I thought we were.
Oh, sounds good. All right.
I thought you were rapping when you did the.
Anyways, Fight Club is Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Sounds good. All right, you guys have a great week. Don't forget, we're back next week with a 3-camera shoot. It's going to be good. And if you're a patron, guess what? You got to try harder coming up in just a few minutes. It's about 10 more minutes of us talking on a couch.
This board's actually really cool.
I know. It's pretty awesome.
It's like the future.